world out there. This is Lessons by Rebel Girl, and I'm going to give you educators a few quick and tried and true tips on classroom management, specifically on seating charts. So, one of the things I do about a week into a new school year is I give all of my students a Google form survey, right? And it looks like this. This is an example. And the Google form basically asks for their input of where they would like to sit in my class. I provide them with a template of my groups, right? What the classroom looks like so they can kind of decide. And I'm just going to read off what I asked them. So if you have a preference, please let me know where you would like to sit in the class, who you would like or would not like to sit with, and a specific reason if you have one. The reason I tag on specific reason is because sometimes I have students who I've had to separate previously who later on in the year really want a second chance. And so that's when they can give me, an explanation of why they deserve to have that second chance. I tell my students, I don't really want to hear any problems like history you have with a student or like a fight you had or whatever. Just if there are people that you don't want to sit by, I don't need to know the reason. I just need to know the names. Because I've run into this where I've put students together that I shouldn't have, right? Maybe there's an incident of bullying in the past or whatever, and it just ends up being uncomfortable for everyone. So I actually really legit want to know because I want my students to sit next to people that they're comfortable with, and even better, at least one person that that they're friends with. So I go through this, and what I do right away is I give them what they want, right? And in this form, it says, that I will take into consideration. Um, Let me know, and I will take this into consideration. So, what I do is right away I put them with friends, right? And I tell them, I'm so glad that you guys are with people that you like, and I am so willing to allow you to sit next to your friend all year if it works out. However, you are always on audition, and what that means is that if if it's not working, if there's constant interruptions, if there's a lot of side talk, if those two are not, or three or four, right, in a group, are not being successful or bringing down the whole class, right, interrupting our lessons or whatever, then I'm going to switch them immediately. If I see little side conversations, I always remind them, you are always on audition. And they know I'm serious, um, because there's always that one or two in a classroom who don't take me seriously and think I'm bluffing. And I have to prove myself by switching them. That has cut down significantly on any redirections I have to do in the classroom. So that's one way. All right. So another way, so you've got your groups together. And one thing that I teach 7th grade social studies. And one thing that my students really love is competition. All of them really love competition. So what I've done is I have created a chart. It's a chart, and it has, period 1, 2, 3, 5, has all my periods on it. And then it has the names. I named all of my groups after cities that pertain to a story. They're attached to a story that we are going to learn this year. So I have, my Seattle, my Kennewick, and all of those listed. And then what I do is I do something called group trivia. So it doesn't take a lot of time. It's a lot of fun. It's something they look forward to. And it cuts down on any negative behavior in my class. So it's really easy. I will post on my television screen when they come in. There's the agenda, there's the learning target, and then there's the trivia question. And this trivia question could be about something we learned the day before. right? So it's kind of like a pop quiz. It could be something just random about Washington State, because I teach Washington State history, or it could be something just completely random, right? Like how many bones are in a human body, right? And so they never know what question I'm going to have, if it's going to be related to what we're learning, or if it's going to be just something kind of random, and they always look forward to it. So what do these points mean? Well, I mean, they can mean anything. You can decide as a teacher what your little reward is. I do this bi-weekly. Sometimes I go a little bit more than 2 weeks. It really depends. So my treats are usually like, I have stickers and, just a piece of candy. Sometimes I have actual snacks like granola bars or whatever. Um, you know, there's a lot of things you can do, but it really cuts down on my giving treats out. Like, it's not a daily thing. It's every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. The kids really look forward to it. That being said, I do have a great mix of students who are of very diverse. We've got shy ones, we've got outgoing ones, we've got ones that have a hard time like not blurting out. And yet I can keep them a little bit managed simply by simply by remembering that they're human and kind of asking myself, what would I want if I were in their shoes? So until next time.